Hello everyone and welcome to episode 92 of Two Left Thumbs, your weekly source of gaming news and updates. In this week's episode, we'll be talking about Xbox One X getting discontinued, xCloud streaming free with Game Pass, Sony's boosting PS5 production, and Beyond Light is getting delayed. We also have all the best weekly deals from a range of publishers across all gaming platforms. Remember, if you're listening to the podcast now, don't forget to share the podcast around, tell a friend about it, leave us a rating, as it really does help us grow. Sub to our YouTube channel, and give us a review on your podcast platform of choice. I am Deft Puppies, and joined with me, as always, the man who is grey enough, you may as well call him a ghost. It's grey as a game, how you doing, man?
Damn, that was good. That was good. I was going to say, you can call me Grey Ghost. Ghost of Grey Shima.
Greshima. Oh, that's brilliant. I love that.
Ghost of Greshima. I like it. Hey man. It's been good. It's all about Ghost of Tsushima. Sorry, say it properly, yes.
One day we'll see someone pronounce it correctly, but that's it. We are now correct. We know.
I don't think I've seen any. Everyone kind of has their own crack at it, their own spin on it.
Yeah.
That's shall we just dive straight into that?
Because let's be honest, that's all we've been playing this week, isn't it?
That's all we've been playing. It actually ripped me away from Escape from Tarkov. So
my god, we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. Grey's out of Tarkov, and now
I'm out of Tarkov. I fucking finally escaped. What a damn game, man! I am loving every second of it.
How far in are you?
Right.
Let's establish some timelines so we're good.
Okay, let's get some timelines going. We're not going to spoil it at all.
No,
obviously.
We'll mostly be covering gameplay, mechanics, and stuff like that. Yeah. I
am into Act 2, which puts you on to the second map, I guess you could say, without giving anything away. But I have cleared a fair chunk of the first map.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I am up to, and I'm working my way in through the second half now, which I've still got a lot to go of it. I had a few days away, so. What about yourself? Where are you up to?
I'm about 2 missions away from where I think the last mission before you go to Act 2. So the last kind of 2 missions before Act 1, at the end of Act 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, again, like you, I've been kind of cruising around the world and doing a lot of the side quests and.
Okay, so that's good. We're at the same spot.
So, yeah, about the same spot, roughly.
The same spot. I'd say we're about an hour or two apart.
Yeah.
In the story-wise, so that is good. Holy Jesus. This
oh my God.
sucker punch coming in at the end of the generation and absolutely smacking it out of the park with this game. For a new IP, this thing is absolutely kicking some assholes. It is so damn good. I'm loving the combat and the environment. The
environments are like mine. I spend more. The reason I'm so far behind is I stopped taking photos every 5 minutes. I jumped on. I bought my PlayStation out to my main lounge room, so I've got like the big 65-inch HDR TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I first 20 minutes. Photo, because that photo mode is so good too. It is.
I know you can even animate it. Have you seen the animation you can do? That's crazy. You can stage all your shots.
I've got videos there that I'm going to turn into GIFs later.
Yeah, man, I've seen so many. I thought I did a few good ones. I was like, man, I'm just like fucking cracking good photographer. Look at this shit. And then you go on Twitter and it's like, okay, fine of crap. I'm not even going to show that to anyone. It can stay on my hard drive. Fucking all I care. Let's start with the environment because I think it is probably one of the main focus points. What do you think of the environment and like in the storytelling of the environment, all the animals and stuff like that? How do you think it works?
I really fucking like it. I mean, there is so much detail in that world. Like it is almost overwhelming. Like especially when you've got the wind blowing and you're going through like those yellow forests where all the leaves are dropping, and it's just this is almost too much for my brain to comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
Visually, and it's like it gets a bit too much sometimes, but it is gorgeous. I love the birds. The birds are the bane of my existence because I like shiny things. They just happen to be yellow, and I'm like, oh, pretty, let's go. And then off I go, and there goes my main quest. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, you're like, oh, another hot bath. Don't mind if I do.
Look at my ass.
That's right.
But no, I really liked the way the environment's kind of woven into the storytelling. You can you walk around because I mean in history the original invasion of the Mongolians, they wiped out that entire island in just over a day, I think, and just killed everybody. And you can see that effect through there's everywhere you go. There's destroyed buildings. There's dead bodies attached to spears, just hanging off the ground, just impaled on stuff. There's a lot of you can see the damage that has been done and the havoc that's been caused through it. But it's all kind of it has a background of this gorgeous environment of all the forests and the trees, and
it looks ridiculous. I would love to see what this thing could do on a really cranked up PC. Just how good they could get it.
There is rumors of that coming to PC soon.
Oh, that would be just so good if that was
someone that they heard that it may be coming to PC. I dare say it'll be after the PS5 launches, but seeing that on PC would be, oh my god, so good.
Talking to someone at PlayStation, your contact.
Yeah, my contact
gets us all our review codes. It's an achievement to Sucker Punch to get this running as good as it looks on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Are you playing it on the Pro or the regular?
I'm on the Pro.
Yeah, I'm on the normal PlayStation, and it still runs beautifully as well.
Yeah, okay. So I've changed mine because I'm on the Pro. I get the option of a performance mode, so I've put mine in performance. It doesn't hit 60. But it's definitely a lot smoother than having, flash resolution.
Yeah,
I'm just there. I'm loving the world and the world design. The design of the world actually feels really cool. It feels organic when you're doing these side missions. So it's you're just taking off and you run into a forest. You hear some screaming and you just pull up and you go in. And there's some farmer lady who's just absolutely screaming her head off, saying Mongolians have taken this and they've gone over here near this river that. You've got to go find, and that's it. It doesn't give you a marker. There's no marker on your map telling you to go to
There's
here.
No mini map. There is a marker on the map. You get a little question mark.
When you find out a rumor about the area, you'll get it, but it won't pop up on your HUD going go here.
It doesn't.
No, it's so good. It feels so refreshing not to have the game beat you over the head.
Going, hey, go here. Hey, go here.
Yeah, game. This is game. It feels really good. I feel really sorry for Assassin's Creed this year. I think it's going to look absolutely shit compared to this game now. They're going to not even I think even the graphics, obviously, I think it's going to struggle looking as good as what Tsushima's looking, but the way the world works. Compared, what Odyssey and that's
it's standard just, kind of bloat with their games.
Yeah, but not that bloat. Not just that. It's just there's just shit everywhere. There's shit on the map. It's just numbers and digits and things telling you and guided markers and everything coming up. It just feels so good not to have any of that, and to have a map that is small. How good is having a small map? I couldn't believe it. When I started galloping, I was like, "Fuck, this is going to take ages." 500 meters. You fucking get there super quick, and I was like, "Wow!" You look at the larger map, which still has the fog of war around it until you've explored, and you're like, "Oh, okay." You can see the scale of how far you got to the time invested running. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that'd be one town.
If you're lucky, that'd be
that's you galloping across the first island. Yeah, exactly. It's
really awesome. Refreshing to have a game that's beautifully done. Not over the top inside of it. It's simple. It's really simple, but it's really detailed.
Yeah, it's very authentic Japanese. It feels it's very simplified, and it feels very real. And how damn good was that opening? The the run through with the swelling crescendo music when the part when the title screen comes up. And he's running through the
field. Yeah. Oh my God.
Putting your arm through it. I was like, holy shit, is this real? This fucking is sick. Definitely recording.
Yeah, I was like, it's a thing. And then my character stopped moving. I'm like, oh no, this is the game.
Yeah, man. I was like, this is that. It's honestly, it's probably one of the best intros to a game. Like the title pop up, when that comes in, that I have seen near ever. I loved it. It was a goosebumps moment playing that, and I've seen it repeated so many times across Twitter. Like a lot of people have obviously felt the same way about the intro. So I've seen it multiple times now, and it's just as good the 13th time that you watch it. So yeah, if you're playing it, let us know if you've enjoyed that intro, because I found it fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I love the use of the animals. Like you said, the birds.
The animals, that was really intuitive. I really like it.
Man, it just, to quote fucking Todd Howard, it just works.
Exactly, it just works. Although I've seen a few birds fly into the side of buildings.
I've had a bird fly into the side of the building. Yeah,
I've seen you poor little bastard.
Yeah, bird down. Following the foxes and stuff like that.
You know the best part about it all is petting the fucking fox when you're done. It doesn't happen every time, but every once in a while, you'll wait there and you get to go give it a pay. Like, yeah, good boy. And he fucking hops off all excitedly and shit. It's great.
He does love a good old pet.
Good old
the world feels though it feels real. Like it feels really organic. It feels like you're in there because of the way they react. It's very similar to Red Dead in a way that you will be. Oh, what's one of the examples I've got? I'm trying to think. I've got like 3 that I thought of to start the show off, but now I've forgotten them. No, I got it. Walking into like a village, like a random farmhouse village, and that someone again asking for some help, like they're missing their son or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, sure. I'll go and try and find them. Go off to go find them. Died. Got done by like a roving bloody platoon of Mongols. Jesus, come out of nowhere. Absolutely dusted me. I've respawned and I've gone back there, and the people in the village are all dead.
Oh shit! I've not had that happen yet.
Yeah, they're all dead. I was like, oh, is this a thing? Like, was this here? Like, how did I miss? Where is everyone?
Do I bother with the sun now?
They're all on. No, I couldn't do anything. There's nothing there.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen that happen yet. That's crazy.
Yeah, cool. I was like, that is cool, and I've had that a few times now, where you'll like say you'll run into a bandit group or something like that on the side of the road, and they might be attacking a bunch of peasants, and if you fail to defend them, like if you stop and take the time to go in and attack them, and fail at it, and you die when you respawn, if you come back through that area, they're all dead there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they'd all be on pikes or laying in the grass, all dead.
See, most of the time I'm dying is at like cemeteries and stuff. Like, the cemetery points. There's like the cemeteries on the map. Normally when you're finding the crickets, there's usually like a bunch of enemies there.
Oh yeah,
kind of around the town. They always seem to be hanging around the cemeteries, which is a little bit creepy, a little bit weirdo. But I seem to find myself kind of getting screwed over there a lot, especially by those bowmen, because they just like plink you from like out of screen. You're just like, what the fuck, man? Come on.
They are an absolute bane of my existence in this game. I go after them first before everyone else. I will run through spearmen, shieldmen, daggermen, everything to get to someone who is firing a fucking arrow at me, because they hurt. And when they, I don't know if it's a common thing. I've got the game on hard difficulty. And whenever you go running at them, they know you're running at them, and they will quick fire like 3 shots out of their quiver really, really fucking fast at you. And it will kill you. You've got to dodge all 3 to get to them. It's like they must have programmed the AI to know that you're right. You've skipped all these people trying to get to clear out this danger first. Yeah, because they're easy kills if you can get to them. Speaking of kills, combat. Where are you at with it?
I like it. I do. I like the way the stances work. The skill point system for the combat is just the layout of it is a bit all over the place. Like you go in, you're like, okay, here's my skills, and then you flick down, and you go, oh shit, there's more here that I actually wanted instead. And once you've learned it, it's fine. But that first kind of few hours until you like really explore the menu, it's like, oh, I didn't realize I could do all this other cool shit, and all this other stuff I had to unlock.
Like, wow, there's more pages and skills
there, man. Because originally I went in thinking, oh, this is, fairly simple combat. You know, it works well, but it's fairly simple. You know, you get your stances for your different enemies, and then you've got a few different moves within those stances. I was like, okay, cool. And then I found the ghost perks, and then I found the different perks for your the range stuff, and then started looking at the runes that you can get as well.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing how that all kind of the charms, yeah, and seeing how that all pieces together.
Yeah,
it makes sense. This is gonna get this. You can get things going. This makes. I understand why the base system is so simple. I love the standoff mode.
Oh,
I think it's fantastic. Fuck. It's so much fun. I mean,
awesome.
It was what I thought it was. It was kind of a one button wonder kind of deal. I would have liked to see it be a little bit like more skill based. So think, you know, the bamboo stations.
Oh yeah.
So something like that where it's like you've got to like it'll pop up with a 3-button combo, and you've got to get that right. And depending on how much of that you get right is how much. Like if you get it perfect, you get a 1-hit kill. But if you fuck up a button or something, you'll do less damage, or they'll survive through it.
Yeah, because it does get. They do change up a little bit. I don't know what to say. I don't know if you're up or if you've seen it yet.
I've unlocked the perk where I can do 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where I'm at with it at the moment. Like I said, I'm still on the first island, so I don't know if there's more things to unlock. But I haven't seen anything in the skill tree to indicate that they change much.
They don't change much, but the enemies change. So their tactics around it change a little bit. Like you would have already would have had the one where they balk at you. They'll fake it.
I've had that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think they get a little different going forward.
Right.
Because you get different enemies. So you're going to get dagger ones, like ones with the spears and stuff like that. They all hit differently, and they are faster or slower. But that standoff mode, when that first came up, I was like, "Is this can I do this throughout the entire game, or is this just a cinematic thing?" Because I was like, man, this is a cool cinematic. You know, but if this is just locked to story missions, all right, so what? Like, it'd be cool. And then I was in the open world, and it's come up again, like standoff. I'm like, can I just challenge these fucking guys straight on the horse? Like, come here, like, and it was
roll up. It's like, fight me.
Yeah, I did. Invested heavily straight into that skill tree to unlock all 3. I'm sure. I don't know what difficulty you're playing it on.
I'm playing it on normal.
I'm not too sure if it is on hard, that when you do that and you execute it properly, it feels like they fucking throw more enemy AIs spawn back in at the back. Because I've got footage of it where it's literally you can see everyone in the fight. And we're in the standoff mode, and I've cut 3 down. There should have only been 2 left, but there's another 4 back there. And I was like, you guys didn't just appear out of the fucking reed. Like, what the hell are you doing? So I don't know if it just like, maybe that's its way of combating. If you get really good at it, it might learn that you go, okay, well, it's a bit of fun. You can, because you get a shitload of fucking resolve out of it, which is like,
because if you're going up and you're wiping out 3/4 of the enemy, it'd make the combat even less challenging. So imagine like you had 2 levels. Oh yeah, block, hit, down, they go, and then you're like, oh, it's done, easy, and then you just kind of start cakewalking your way through because you just do standoffs for everything. So I think adding the enemies in gives you that variation of like planning it out. Do you go in with the stealth mode and try and knock a few out first, then come back out and then do the standoff?
Which I've done. And it's a neat feature that you can do that. The game allows you to go in ghost and go full stealth if you want. And then kind of like you just said, you can back out and then go straight through samurai mode in the front door and challenge everyone to duels. And it's a neat feature. I know I don't know, towards the end it might get boring.
The shine hasn't definitely worn off yet. So
no, shit. No, I challenge every fucker that comes my way, man. It's like I feel like there's this samurai code of honor that if I see a group of, I don't care how many, if there's 50 people, I need to fight you. And I'll fight you proper. Generally, hard mode, man, is difficult. I mean, it's not Sekiro levels difficult, but there is some brutal fights in there. Like 2 hits and you're dead most of the time. The spear guys and the fucking shield men are the
I hate the spear guys. They're such. I'm building to so I can deflect all their attacks all the time, just because they're so fucking annoying.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it so I can deflect their attacks, but it's got to be a perfect parry to do it.
Yeah,
and it's so
hard to
much
get.
satisfying. No, it's better now that I've got it unlocked. But
yeah,
the shield guys, man, are just.
I don't have a problem with them. Again, I'm on normal, so it's different. But those big chunky shield guys, they're a pain.
That's them. They just wallop you, man. Yeah, not
yeah,
the little guys with the shield. The huge ones.
You're talking about the big fellas, yeah.
But the issue, and this is the only issue I have with the combat, and you see, like, it's why I enjoy doing it on hard, because you can kind of see these things. They pop up a lot more, and that is it's the animation that's played out. So you'll go to swing or block or something, or even dodge. Dodge is the one where it happens the most. An unblockable attack. Okay, so say the shield dude, his shield will kind of flash red. He'll have a red marker there. That indicates to the player that it's unblockable. You've got to get the hell out of the way. So you will dodge, yeah? I've got double dodge unlocked, so I can combat roll all the way out of the way, and it puts you a fair distance. The issue I have is if some of the enemies now are starting to do like 2-3 hit unblockable attack combos, and the shield can do it as well.
Come up,
You will dodge and double roll out of the way countless times, mate. They will just in the mid, because they're mid animation, they will teleport towards you.
Oh, really?
And still hit you. Yeah, and hit me. And it's like, how?
So I found with those because normally it's like a lunge attack, so I'll like dodge towards the back of them. So instead of dodging to the side, I'll go diagonally opposite them and then do a second dodge to make sure I'm definitely out of the way, because I know the big fellas have that second swing around attack, and that'll catch you out a few times. But that's the way I've been getting around it.
There's quite a few of them now, and it's just getting. It doesn't happen all the time. It's at the point where it's like I can kind of deal with it. It's like you died. It's like, all right, thanks.
Yeah,
fuckhead. Like there was literally no way of me getting out of that. Another one was a boss fight as well that you haven't done. That shit me off as well because of the same thing.
Same kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying. I haven't unlocked all the. I think. Oh no, I have. I've got all the stances now. So I've got all the moon stance.
Yeah,
I haven't upgraded all of them.
Yeah, I'm one off unlocking the moon stance at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. So for I'll just explain for everyone listening. Pretty much the stance system is there's 4 different stances. What is it? It's power. No, stone,
the stone, water, wind, water,
moon.
and
That's
moon.
it, wind.
Yeah.
And each stance is a counter to an enemy in the game. So shield enemies, sword enemies, pole enemies. What's the other one? I forget the
shield,
other
sword,
one.
pole, and then I think it's the big guys, the chunky boys. Yeah,
chunky boys. Yeah. And within those, each stance, there's combos and stuff like that you can do that will destroy pretty much the other ones. And you can change these stances on the fly. They're really quick. It's not like something you got to do in a menu or anything. It's just hold R2, hit a button.
It slows down can go from, as well, so you've got plenty of time to do it.
Yeah, so you can go from stone stance, fighting a swordsman, mid swing, change to water stance to fight a pole guy, and then back to sword to block another one. It's that level of smoothness, which is good. But for me, the combat overall, I'm definitely enjoying it. It's probably some of the best open world combat I think I've played.
Yeah, I have.
But outside of a superhero game like Spider-Man or Batman, because they're just obviously they've got a lot more creative freedom to go a bit crazier with the combat.
Grounded combat wise, it's really, really good.
Yeah,
I have fantastic. 2 kind of issues with the combat. One being the camera.
Oh yeah,
I can't tell you the amount of times I've had the camera, because it's very sweepy. Like it's got a long sweep to it to control it. So you'll find yourself getting the camera stuck behind a rock or behind a tree, or an enemy will be underneath it and you can't, like, the angle's weird and you can't see them, and they'll kind of catch you out. It's not like a major thing. Like, you can normally kind of, as long as you position yourself in a fairly open area, you're okay. But if there's any like trees or anything in the way, they'll normally pull you up, especially with the camera.
Yeah, definitely.
Get a little bit annoying. And the stealth.
Don't you like the stealth?
It's fine, but it's just the AI for the stealth are really like it's really easy. They're really derpy, man. Like I've walked up to dudes and just go bam, assassinate. Oh, chain assassinate, and like you don't have to worry. Like it's not that tense. Like it's kind of a bit of a cakewalk.
It is definitely easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier, and and like if you're walking beside someone, like you can like I don't even have to crouch, man. As long as they're like out of line of sight, you can just walk and just go up and assassinate them, and they won't do anything about it unless you like sprint, and that'll generally like they'll hear something. But so yeah, the stealth is a little bit. It's open world stealth. It's kind of. I was hoping it'd be a little bit tighter, but it's whatever. The camera.
We've also had Metal Gear Solid 5, which had fantastic open world stealth. So the games can do it. It's just I understand. I hear where you come from. The AI is definitely more finely tuned for fighting, not being on guard duty. They sound like the same guards with security guards we had bloody watching all the hotels here in Australia. Everyone escaped.
Yeah,
with coronavirus. Story. Are you enjoying the story so far? Where you're up to?
So far, it's okay. I mean, it's not. So far, it's not like mind-blowingly awesome. But I'm invested enough in the characters. I'm enjoying what's going on. The characters themselves they're all very serious, which is fine. It's a very serious kind of time. But there's like I think I've seen one funny character, and he was just
Genji.
Kind of. Yeah.
Genji, the fucking merchant. He's a cracker dude.
And that's the only one I've run into so far. Yeah, but I mean, for the story it's telling, it's okay. It's not like I said, it's not blowing my mind, but it's still an enjoyable story.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not going to win crazy awards for its story, but I'm the same as you. I'm enjoying it. I like that. I like the way that they're keeping kind of the whole samurai code as a core thing, like so far to where I'm up to. Obviously could very well branch out and fuck off from there, but the showing the conflict of Jin being trained as a samurai and to fight with honor and courage and all the rest of it, and then also the
having to resort to like around and
to stab people in the back, and because that's the only way he's going to win. He's not going to win any other. He's tried it and it didn't work. So I like how they're playing that. I won't get too much into it because you haven't got as far, but
I like the way it's playing out. Yeah,
it's cool. It feels like it's really going in a pretty sweet direction. I'm really enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying the story for what it is, and the side stories are actually really cool. They're super interesting. I mean, there's the throwaway like the Tales of Tsushima, which I think are the real baseline side stories. They're very simple. They're quite easy. They're throwaway ones, but the main side missions that you're going to do for all the other people around, they're really well acted. They're scripted well, and they're actually interesting to play. They get you doing some cool things. You're going to get an item soon that absolutely opens the game up.
Oh, is that I think I know exactly what you're talking about because I found a shrine today. It's like, you can't go here yet. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think I've seen it in a few clips, but I won't say what it is.
It's been in trailers. Like,
it's the grapple.
Yeah, the grappling.
Yeah,
it's wicked fun.
Can you use that in combat?
Yes, you can. But not like you can't scorpion some fucker from across the map. Come here. That would be sweet.
I would love to do that to archers. Fuck you. Just to knock them out.
You can zip around like Spider-Man-esque through levels because you'll get further, and it's strategically like made for grappling hooks. Like you'll see parkour sections that you get to do. You'll see that, and you'll see like the cool things you get to do through it. I found it like super interesting. Like grappled up through a watchtower, like flew through and like landed, stabbed the dude, and zipped out the other side. I was like, man, that was smooth as like. Nice. Let me do that. yeah, I don't know. That's about all we've got on so far. I reckon
how did you feel about the mission structure so far?
I'm enjoying it.
Structure. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it because it's easy. It's go at your own pace. It's not level gated in any way whatsoever. You can just mainline all the missions if you want, and you'll beat them.
Yeah.
So it's really up to the player in how you want to play. You choose where you want to go. You choose what missions you want to do, who you want to help, who you don't want to help. All that shit. And I think that's again a comparison back to Assassin's Creed because that's what this thing is effectively going.
I mean, you could almost nearly call this the spiritual successor.
You could.
Yeah.
I think you definitely could. And the differences, the contrast between those two games is huge. Yeah,
I feel like this is the Assassin's Creed we should have got after Black Flag.
Oh man, yeah. This is definitely it. I think. Yeah, there's definitely things Assassin's Creed does, can do better, does better, whatnot. Like I think cinematics and stuff like that. I think Assassin's Creed has it much more. I don't know. They probably got more money, obviously, to sit there and do it, and a bigger team. Yeah, it's just there, man. What are they going to do? I think
it's going to be. I think Valhalla's going to have a tough time this year going after Ghosts.
It certainly will.
And next to Cyberpunk, they're going to have some real issues getting that game out, which sucks for Ubisoft because I mean they delayed so many games for so long. But yeah.
So Assassin's Creed it's definitely still going to do well. Because it's a multi-platform game, but I think where it's probably going to struggle a lot now is in the reviews because everyone's played this. Yeah, and you're going to be like, wow! Like every review has just loved the world build, like the environmental storytelling, combat, and all the rest of it. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one for Ubisoft to dodge, and it's too late now. They're committed, so they've got to go through with it. But hopefully, then they take the cool things out of this. I want to see, I want to see every open world game to remove its UI. To simplify
environmental
the world.
Directions.
Yeah, the wind,
even have
man.
to be wind. Like, it can be. It can just be like, remember, like Dead Space. When you hold
Dead Space. You drop the thing on the ground. Yeah. I was thinking yesterday. Assassin's Creed could use the eagle. You could literally call down your eagle to fly
and send it out, and it will go in the direction you want.
That's the direction you got to go. Like, imagine how cool is that? Done.
Follow the eagle to the objective. It'd be brilliant. It'd be the same as the yellow birds in Tsushima.
Yeah.
But just larger and longer distances.
Much longer distances. Follow this eagle for 700.
Following that in your boat because there's always going to be a boat in Assassin's Creed now because of Black Flag.
It's true.
Trying to follow this bird in your boat. So what the fuck, man?
Better than following a fucking digital line. But
yeah.
Cool. I'm keen to get back into it and to continue playing it. You're lucky we're on the podcast tonight, people.
Yeah, I was tempted. I was sitting there playing it just before we started.
You're like,
I gotta put it
down. We might shit can tonight. Yeah, we can go next week.
We'll do a double next week. It'll be fine. There's nothing happening.
Double it up. Cool. Well, that was us. Let's go to Tsushima.
Fantastic game. Well worth looking into if you're interested. Especially if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, you'll fucking love it. Anyway, let's enough of that. Let's get into some deals, shall we?
Okay.
So over on PlayStation this week, we have PlayStation Plus with Erica, NBA 2K20, and Rise of the Tomb Raider. They're there for another week. They should be gone by next week, so grab them while you can. Deals on PSN this week, we have No Man's Sky for $27.47 and Detroit Become Human for $17.58. Over in Xbox Camp this week, our Game Pass pick of the week and new arrival to the Game Pass selection is Neon Abyss. Neon Abyss is a frantic roguelike action platformer where you run and gun your way into the abyss as part of the Hades-formed Grim Squad, featuring unlimited item synergies and unique dungeon evolution systems. Games with gold this week are Juju, WRC8, and Dunk Lords.
Yeah, they fucking change. Well done, Xbox. Jog it off, you bloody glorious bastards.
Deals with gold this week. We have Sid Meier's Civilization 6 for $39.72 and Frostpunk Console Edition for $29.21.
Ooh, can confirm Frostpunk, fantastic game. I don't know about the console edition. PC edition, really good.
Over on Switch, we have Moving Out for $20.
Can confirm.
Can confirm.
Really good game.
We've both played that and it was amazing. And we have Spyro Reignited also for $20. Freebie over on the Epic Store this week. It's Torchlight 2, an action role-playing dungeon crawler developed by Runic Games. And that's all we got. It's the deals.
Is that all for Epic this week?
Yeah, just the one this week. They've got more coming soon. So I'm assuming that might be in the next couple of days. But just, we went from 3 to 1. So,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Epic.
Letting us down there, mate.
Yeah, all right. Anyway. News and updates. First story of the rank. Beyond Light has been delayed. Bungie has announced that it's delaying its next major Destiny 2 expansion, Beyond Light, to November 10th due to difficulties of development during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The expansion was originally set for release on September 22nd. They said, as always, our goal is to make the coolest, most entertaining expansion we can possibly make for our fans. To that end, we are doing what's best for the game and moving the launch date. The past few months have been a challenge and will continue to be during this pandemic. We've learned to create together in a new way by having to work apart from one another. Despite these hurdles, we're still committed to the same level of quality that our fans expect.
Okay. Fuck that week, man. That they've pushed it straight into Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed.
Jesus Christ, it's gonna be rough, man. I mean, no doubt they're like their core audience will definitely be getting this over anyone else. I mean, I know a lot of Destiny diehards out there that will definitely go for this before Assassin's Creed, at least, maybe Cyberpunk.
So it's a big one. It is a big one.
It's a big pushback. I mean, I know their last season, they did all from home as well, and like all the voice actors were like in their cupboards doing the recordings and stuff, and they had to like try and fix it all in post. It was
I've seen
really
Zavala. Oh mate, I follow him on Twitter. He's recording in his fucking closet all the time.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But I mean, it's good. They're pushing it back. I'd rather that than them rush it out. It's probably not a great week to do it, but I don't think they could delay it any further. Like, if they push that back to January, it might be a bit too late. Because they'd obviously have content planned to, like, September. So 2 months are kind of dead there. Unless they put something else in.
The issue would be you got a live service, so you gotta put something out there. You can't cover 2 months quite easily, especially when the seasons haven't been going very well, from what I know.
No, they're being received well enough, but they're not blowing people away at all.
No,
so like, highlights and stuff. And
a lot of people are itching for this one. I mean, they did delay Shadowkeep, but that was only...
That was not like a week or something. 2 weeks.
Yeah, like 1-2 weeks. No, a 2-month one, though, is a
big pushback.
It's huge, man, especially when you're pushing it straight into Cyberpunk. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Putting the deals.
They must have some confidence.
You'd want to, because you gotta be at Cyberpunk. I mean, just the marketing alone for Cyberpunk is just going to consume everything that week. It will eat everything. So that it's going to be very hard for them to sell. But like you said, their core group, which is a very large group, will definitely be hungry for it by that stage. The interesting thing will be what they do for that 2 months. How they're going to cover.
How they're going to fill that. Or if they'll do anything. Well, those guys that because realistically, they're pushing it back because they haven't had the time to work on it because of the restrictions. Are they going to have anything, or they're just going to go pop some extra like Iron Banners and a few world events in just to kind of keep people going? Or maybe they'll just stretch out the season a bit further.
I don't know. You're going to want to do something because you want to keep people invested, especially, 2 reasons. One, because you're coming up to a launch of a major DLC, so you want to give people an incentive to quickly come back in and, either release new weapons or do something like that. And you don't want to lose those newer players who might be on the free-to-play version most likely are on the free-to-play version, to Assassin's Creed, to Call of Duty, to Cyberpunk, all these games that will be coming out before this and during that week. You want that money.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You don't want those people staying on that free-to-play part. You want them you want them to buy in. They got no Activision now, so I'm sure they've got a shit ton of money. I don't think that's going to be.
Gave them a lot of money.
That's right. Did too. I also wonder if this is going to affect. What's the next one? Beyond Light, Darkfall, Light. I don't know what they've announced the next 2 DLCs. I wonder if it affects
they're yearly, so I don't think. I think they'd have separate teams working on that. Maybe they pulled a team to help out a bit, but normally Bungie has like one team working on one expansion, and then another team working on another expansion. I think that's how they normally work the seasons, at least. I'd imagine that they'd already be starting working on like the base work on the next expansion while they're finishing up this one to keep that ball kind of rolling.
You'd want to
implement feedback from there on out, I know they're looking at doing crossplay as well, which is going to be, not a huge amount of work, but still difficult.
See, I don't know if I'll be getting this now. I think I'll be waiting till after, like, when I come back from Christmas.
Yeah, I
don't think I'll have time. I literally just will not have time. Because Cyberpunk, I'd rather be playing Cyberpunk than Destiny, just to see what it is. UIP.
But we have Far Cry out in like February.
Is it?
January or February, I think it was, wasn't it?
No, that's Watch Dogs, isn't it?
Oh, no, that's Watch Dogs, yeah, that's right.
Fucking same, man. Jesus Christ. Far Cry as well, no way. Well, if you had to put out Watch Dogs or Destiny, I'd be picking Destiny, but we'll see. I'm definitely getting it.
Looks pretty good.
I'm keen as on this because I love their big DLC expansions that when they drop heaps, and that's what I want to support. I don't want to support their other model that they do, so I don't.
Yeah.
This one, I like it, I enjoy it, so I want to give them the money to show them that, keep doing this shit.
All right. Speaking of doing shit, Sony is boosting their PlayStation 5 production.
Segues all day today.
Segues for days. So, according to reports in the Japanese press, Sony is ordering at least 50% more PlayStation 5 consoles than had originally planned to ship this year. While the company was expecting to produce around 6 million consoles in 2020, reports say that the figure is now about 9 million. If Sony could sell anywhere near that number of PS5 consoles through the end of the year, it would mark a major increase on its predecessor, the PS4, launched in November 2013, and has sold 4.2 million units by the end of the following month.
That's insane, man.
That's a lot.
I don't think there's no fucking way they're going to sell that many. Surely not.
I understand there's going to be a high demand because right now a lot of people aren't doing stuff. But in saying that, a lot of people aren't doing stuff and a lot of people don't have money.
That's exactly right.
So for it. They may not have to make another PlayStation for like the next year. Man, that is insane.
And that's also at a cost to Sony because obviously parts and components and everything are much harder to purchase when it's fresh and brand new. Everything gets cheaper in tech over time. They're obviously very confident in that they can push that. They have to be. Otherwise,
there's no way you just double your production for shits and giggles.
No.
Maybe they're looking at... Have they started pre-orders?
No. That's what I don't know.
There's no public maybe they looked at the pre-order data and said, maybe we need to boost it up. But if I haven't done that...
No, but I know they've been pumping out emails for surveys and stuff like that. Maybe that's where they're collecting their data from, just like people replying back. Are you going to buy the PlayStation 5 on launch day? Yes, no, maybe. Fuck off. That's huge numbers, man. Huge. If it pushes 9 point, how many did it say? 9.2 in a month?
Yep.
1 month. That's what they want to sell.
Yeah. There's rumors that it's been closer to 10 million as well from other publishers, but
then they're going to have to release this at $399.
There's no way they're going to get like that $700-800 console that'd sell that many that fast. I don't think.
No. So it's going to come out at $399 for the digital edition. I reckon $499 for the physical edition. That's it. That's what they'll do.
Yeah, well, they'd have to if they're selling that many. They'd have to be
very interesting
in their pricing.
If they hurry up and open up pre-orders, I don't know, they're leaving it for Like,
leaving it late, man. The price details on these have come out really late. I remember a couple of
months
out.
But still, we are literally, 2 months out?
Yeah.
2-3 months out from this. So, yeah, they're fucking insane that we haven't heard it. Hopefully we hear what Xbox has to say this week.
Yeah.
This week. Yeah, this weekend.
This Friday.
Yeah. Friday. There you go.
Ah. Speaking of Xbox.
Segways.
The Xbox One X and Xbox One S All Digital Edition have been discontinued ahead of the release of the Xbox Series X later this year. Rumours that Xbox One consoles were being discontinued emerged last week when a Reddit post by an alleged Target employee claimed that the company's internal database was listing both Xbox One S and Xbox One X as being discounted. A more recent report by Press Start claims that sources at both EB Games and JB Hi-Fi have said they're not expecting any more stock of the Xbox One X with the console being deleted from their systems, instead offering the Xbox One S and upcoming Xbox Series X. Microsoft has recently confirmed these reports and put out the following statement. As we ramp up to the future of the Xbox Series X, we're taking the natural step of stopping production on the Xbox One X and Xbox One S, or Digital Edition. The Xbox One S will continue to be manufactured and sold globally.
Yep.
Makes sense. That's so many Xbox box. Oh, I'm surprised I got through that.
Yeah, no, you did well. I would have choked up for sure and just would have called it fucking something else. I don't know.
The other box.
Yeah. The other box 2, box 3. Yeah, makes sense for. Well, it makes sense for Microsoft.
Yeah, to kind of slim down their options, because right now you've got. If these were still out, you have like 4 consoles to choose from, all similarly named.
Yeah.
Shit. So that'll leave the S, the Series X, and then whatever this other one that we're speculating that we'll get word on shortly.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
That'll be 3, which is bad.
It's interesting that they dropped the. I suppose it makes more sense to keep the less powerful one because you want to push people towards
the One X would have been selling less because it's more expensive. And people would go, we can buy the cheaper one. It's a little less powerful, but I don't give a shit. I just want to play video games and have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all the people who would have been buying Series X's would have done it closer to launch when it first came out. And that was like, oh, big new powerful console. But now, why would you buy that when the One X's Series X is coming out?
You wouldn't.
Silly.
At all.
Exactly.
Fun fact, though, that makes the Xbox One X the least lived console of all time.
Really? Does it?
Yeah. PlayStation Vita owned it, I think, before that. Vita was like, it died after like how many years?
I'm surprised it wasn't the GameCube.
And no, the GameCube was around for a while.
That long, though?
A couple of, How long was the GameCube around for? Years.
Maybe a couple of years?
Yeah.
Maybe I never got one, so I don't remember that well.
What was the other Wii one? Wii U.
The Wii U?
Maybe the Wii U was. I felt like that
wasn't long. The Switch came out pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, maybe the Vita wasn't. I thought the Vita was the worst selling one. Not the worst selling one. Like it was only.
It might be handheld.
It could be handheld one. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just it makes sense. Xbox want this one over with. Move it on. Buck it off.
The next one. Yep.
Concentrate on Series X, new generation, new Microsoft, new games. Let's go. Which is good. That's what they need to do.
Again, segues. Speaking of new Xbox stuff.
Lining them up, boy.
Lining them up tonight. Microsoft is planning to launch its game streaming service, xCloud, free to its current paying Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers in September. The xCloud service will allow Xbox players to play games on mobile devices or even start their game on their consoles and resume it on their phone or tablet. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate combines Xbox Live Access and Xbox Game Pass subscription, and starting September, we'll have xCloud game streaming to a single price of $14.99.
Australian?
American. That's Australian.
Nice.
I have. So there was another rumor kind of going around this week, which I didn't think was enough for a story, but it's kind of a good add-on to this. Was that there is talk that the Xbox Live subscription may be disappearing. There's been reports of the 12-month one being pulled from the websites. It's still on retail shelves, but people are speculating that might be leading to the 1 and 3 months are still available, but they're taking up the 12 months because they might be getting rid of it and just having Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate, and that would be, and saying you don't have to pay for Live anymore. You get Game Pass or something, like bundle it up into a whole new package.
That would be huge if they could do that. Which would be
a massive selling point.
Yeah, huge. That's insane value though.
It is. And I mean, that's what they're looking at though. They want people on their service, so they're making it insanely good value. They make some money off hardware, and then just stacked with games, man. I mean, I know Game Pass games are not always like big AAA games. There's a lot of smaller stuff in there, which is still really cool, but it's a lot of filler. And then you've got your first party studios on there as your kind of big draw in, which is fine. But yeah, it's incredible value.
The first party studios was not a big draw card this year.
Not like this year.
For Game Pass. For next season, next generation. For Series X, I think Game Pass is going to be much better because of all the new studios and all the shit they've got coming. Game Pass will really start to fill up with some decent games, because at the moment, I mean, you've got a couple. It's got a couple.
You've got Hellblade. You've got Grounded's coming up very shortly as well. I mean, I know that's this generation, but it'll still be there anyway. There's going to be like a good dozen or so games coming out close to that Series X launch that are going to be worth going. Sweet, I'll pay $15 for that, and I can play them on my Xbox or my PC if I already have one. And yeah, you said.
Yeah, when's xCloud coming to Australia? Because it's not here.
We don't know. They haven't announced. We never got into the beta, like the testing, but they haven't announced which countries this will be available in September either. I dare say it will be limited to the ones they've currently tested, because I don't think they have that many Azure servers up in the Oceanic region yet. So you'll be seeing Europe, US, all the bigger, more important countries.
Yeah, I imagine during a pandemic it might be hard to go set up servers everywhere as well.
Yeah. So I have a feeling we might not see it for like 6 to 8 months after everyone else gets it, just as Australians.
So what, you reckon this time next year we'll have xCloud in Australia?
Yeah, I'd hope so. At latest. I mean, if they delay it any longer, you just kind of give up hope. So, well, because then again, if everyone else is paying for Game Pass Ultimate and they're getting xCloud, but we're paying for Game Pass Ultimate and we're not getting xCloud, which I mean, it's still good value, but you feel a bit gypped on that. So they probably want to try and push it to as many countries as possible, as fast as possible.
Because PlayStation Plus has been around. PlayStation Plus, the PlayStation Now, which is their streaming service, has been around for fucking ages. Waiting before Game Pass got here, and it's still not in Australia. You still can't get it here.
I think you could.
No, you can't get it here yet. So you still can't stream games, on the Sony one in Australia yet. Because they've said, literally, because of the internet. Because the internet infrastructure is not good enough for it.
It just doesn't hold up.
But they don't have the... Oh, hang on. Didn't they do the deal with Xbox for the server things? They're all going with the Azure. So they're all using... They did a bit of a trade-off where they said, hey, let us use your service. And they gave Xbox something. I don't remember what it was. Some developers. Yeah.
Some developers, whatever.
Have some devs.
Have Insomniac, it's fine.
Take Spider-Man IP and just... You can have it for a year. Test it out. See what
take it for a spin, you know. But yeah, so hopefully maybe that's... that part of that, when it comes to here, we'll see more stuff come from PlayStation as well, because if Xbox do that and they get to all the countries before PlayStation are really going to struggle, especially if their service isn't as good or as flexible as what Microsoft's is now, because Sony are really well known for their large amounts of flexibility.
Super flexible. Like a gymnast.
So it'll be interesting to see how they compete with that. Because, I mean, I know they focus on their single-player stuff, but they're going to, like, it's services-wise, they're going to need to, like, step up the mark to kind of keep in...
I don't think they will. Like, I think they should. No, I don't think they will. I think they're going to be too narrow-minded and just going to stick to what works, which is fine.
What worked last generation, yeah.
or what's worked every generation, not just last. It's worked from the time the fucking console was first thought of. It's worked ever since then for Switch as well, for Nintendo and PlayStation. But yeah, they need to. I don't know. They've got to come up with something to Game Pass, because Game Pass is way too good.
It is, yeah. It's like the money for value proposition there is just it's nearly unbelievable. But like you hear stories from like indie devs that are like using the service for their games, and like it's actually really good for us because people play it and go, "Oh shit, I played this on Game Pass." They tell their friends go and download it or buy it themselves.
You also hear stories the other way though. I read one today from a Xbox. It was an Xbox exclusive indie game. And it just fucking got destroyed on Game Pass. Like, it was not worth it. He said it's the worst thing as a developer to try and get your game on that thing. So we went. So we went very So we went multi-platform
on that. So we went multi-platform. Yeah. Interesting.
And his next one's coming. I forget what the game's called. I don't know. I never played it. It's an indie game. It's quite small.
I never played it. It's Y grade. It's all your fault.
I know. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I don't play that much Game Pass. I mean, I've got a Game Pass subscription, but
I mean, honestly, I try them out occasionally. Like when I have time. Like at the moment, there's like a million fucking games that I want to play. But when gaming is slow, Game Pass has saved me quite a lot. Like I've relied on it quite heavily for about 6 months early on in my streaming because there was nothing new coming out. So it's like, Game Pass, let's go. It was good.
Oh, it makes if you are going into next gen, as you've got no affiliation to whatever brand. You don't care. You'd say you don't own one yet, so you've got no friends on that are locked to one account, and you don't know about the games or whatnot. You're just looking for a best all-round machine that can play the games and get good games on it. You can't go past the Xbox Game Pass and an Xbox. Like, it's just like the Series X. I mean, like you can just go purchase the console, sign up to the subscription, $15 a month or whatnot. Done.
And that's you don't even
never have to do anything else.
The Series X either. If all right, money's like a bit tight or whatever, because it is for a lot of people. You go, I'll get the One S for now.
Yeah,
and it'll be perfectly serviceable because all those games are going to be backwards compatible on that console. So you've got
for a few years anyway.
For a few years anyway. Yeah, it'll start you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's it'll be super interesting to see what Sony, because no doubt Sony have got theirs drafted up what they're going to do, but they're just not going to tell it yet or show it off yet.
Yeah.
Until they need to. Maybe they're waiting on their servers to get set up. Probably, who knows?
Probably. Because I mean, they only made that deal with Microsoft this year, so.
Was it this year? I thought it was last year. Yeah, it was recent anyway. It was
recent, yeah.
In terms
it'll
of
take
tech,
them a while to kind of.
Yeah, it's definitely not a new thing. Yeah. And Nintendo wouldn't do it. Nintendo still charge fucking $99 on the Australian store for Zelda, for fuck's sake. They're definitely not charging. They're not giving out any subscription service.
Oh, they've got one, kind of.
Oh, don't even fucking compare that. That is the worst subscription service I've ever heard of. It is horrible. You got to pay for online, and you get access to a couple of SNES games.
Yeah, man, nostalgia sells.
Yes. Mega Man 2, just what I wanted. I haven't played this before. Yeah, wait, I did. 25 fucking years ago.
I was 3.
I already forgot about it. Yeah, I was fucking 6. Screw this game.
Anyway, that is us for the night. There's all the stories we have. We have a big week next week, so I'm kind of glad for the lull this week, which is good.
More goes to Tsushima.
Let's go.
That's right.
Gray.
Wrap it up.
Internets. Where do we find you?
Over at YouTube. Gray Aussie Gamer. I should have a Ghost of Tsushima video up. Maybe this week if I'm really, really fast. Depending on how I got a new green screen. You can't see it, or actually, if you're listening to it, you obviously can't see it. But I'm working that out. How to use that. Yeah, so that should be good. Should be on YouTube this week. And also over at Twitter. What about you?
You can find me on Twitch and at Twitter at deft_puppies with a Z. If you would like to get in touch with the podcast, you can find us over on Twitter at @left_pod. We record every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. AEST-ish. Sometimes that time gets thrown around a little bit, depending on what is going on with life. So if you'd like to catch the live show or the replay of the live show where we record, you can catch us on our YouTube channel. Just search Tooth Left Thumbs Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic week. Be a ghost. Have some Tsushima. And we'll be back next week to talk about Xbox.
More Xbox.
More Xbox. Okay. Bye.
Bye.